Now, I want to let you know that about 50% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel that watch my videos. With that being said, if this video gets 10,000 views and you guys ended up subscribing, we would easily hit our goal of 17,000 subscribers. So please, if you keep coming back to my channel, just make sure to hit the subscribe button and have post notifications on. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about how the S&P 500 may be predicting further downturn in AMC, or AMC may be predicting a rally in the S&P 500, or vice versa. We're going to touch on AMC, the SPY, GameStop, more AMC, some numbers, as well as some crypto and an IPO that is coming out today. So make sure to watch until the end of the video so you don't have to watch another update video here on YouTube. Without further ado, let's jump into it. So back here in January of 2017, you can see AMC started its harsh sell-off, and a lot of stocks don't have a negative beta with the S&P 500, and you can see this is where AMC started to trade a negative beta with the SPY. However, this further predicted a downturn in the S&P 500, almost as if institutions knew that the SPY would decline even further. And just when you thought the sell-off was over, AMC decided to continue its negative beta cycle. But was it negative beta, or was it literally just declining? Well, the answer is it was literally just declining, because you can see even when the SPY sold off, you would expect a rip in AMC, but instead it just decided to sell again with the SPY. Further came February of 2020 when COVID hit. AMC reached a technical bottom that it then retested after that. However, you can see it rallied when the S&P 500 decided it really wanted to get going, and by the time we peaked in June of 2021, AMC started getting hammered down again, which then could have further predicted that entire dump in 2022 of the S&P 500. Now, we are getting a slight relief, but what is to come for the SPY and AMC? Because AMC is extremely low. Is it relative to what we saw back here from 2017 all the way to 2020, or does this have nothing to do with it? This looks very similar to what we saw back here, especially on AMC's downturn that it was seeing. But does this mean the SPY is going to fall even further? Well, let's talk about it. Tomorrow, the Fed is going to make a decision on the interest rates, and the market odds of the Fed raising rates this week are now down to 1%, which is bullish for the market. Plus, Yellen sees a healthy cooling in US labor market without mass layoffs, and the soft landing scenario can withstand risks from auto strike, government shutdown threat, and student loan repayment resumption. What are they talking about government shutdown threat? Well, the US national debt tops $33 trillion for the first time. The fiscal milestone comes as Congress is facing a new spending fight with a government shutdown looming. Now, to touch on the S&P 500, it's trading at 443.63, basically flat right now, hugging the 382 fib level, and I have some levels drawn out that I think is what's to come depending on what the Fed does tomorrow. Now, if the Fed ends up pausing, which means they're not hiking, they're not cutting, and this is the most likely scenario, I think it's going to be slightly bullish for the SPY, bringing it up to at least 449. That is the level I'm going to be watching. I would watch some resistance at 446. We are currently trading at 443. I have not entered yet. I wouldn't enter until the exact statement comes out, because it's going to be very volatile and can deteriorate your contract, so be very careful trading the SPY. However, if we pause, I'm looking at that level. If we cut rates, which I think it may be too early for that to happen, but there is a slight chance that could happen, watch 460 on the SPY, because I think this thing is going to rip. We still have that meeting in November though following it up. Now, if we hike, I do think part of this is kind of priced in. However, it's not really expected to happen, but we will see a little bit of a bearish move, in my opinion, at least down to 438.85, but really watching 431.30. Now, GameStop testing this wedge again, trading at $17.50, down about 4% from yesterday and down about 0.28% pre-market. The market is about to open. I would watch for a breakout on GameStop. If we don't get that today, then we should sure see it tomorrow with the FOMC. I think whatever the SPY does, you're going to see a move in AMC and GameStop as well. Now, before we get into AMC numbers, I wanted to point out that XRP is tracking perfectly with the cycles that we have drawn out, and AMC plays out very similarly. With that being said, we expected a pop in AMC very soon, and we are getting it in XRP slowly but surely. If this cycle continues to play out, I see XRP coming all the way back up to 72 cents, and then further towards the end of the year, squeezing even higher on XRP, which this could signal that AMC has hit a bottom, and we're going to talk about it. Another Another signal that AMC has hit a bottom is they are lowering the short exempts, sitting at 122,000, which is still a lot, but it's a lot less than 1.1 million, 500,000, or even 3 or 200,000. GameStop as well, if you come take a look at the short exempts, dying down as well, 4,000, which is still a lot again for a stock with this much volume, but it is much less than 36,000. Now, another signal that AMC has hit a bottom is Ethereum Classic playing out this beautiful cycle, in which case the next step is a major move higher early October, which you see in this cycle down here. And if that cycle is a missed cycle, it will still play out flat. And we know Ethereum Classic tracks AMC, AMC tracks Ethereum Classic. So this is a beautiful thing to see. We're expecting a rip in XRP, Ethereum Classic, potentially the S&P 500, but that will all depend, of course, on tomorrow, which could lead AMC into a squeeze as well. Now, Webull is showing that retail investors, or others, are holding 91% of the AMC float. Currently, you can see down here, institutions own 8.73%, insiders 0.33%, and others 90.93%, which you could assume is retail at this point. And of course, we all assume that we hold the float time and time over, and a lot of the numbers are not adjusted to what they should be adjusted to. Platforms are still reporting wrong data, yada, yada, yada. Also, speaking of us holding the entire float, AMC order imbalance came in yesterday, another one on the buy side for 227,000 shares. Now, before we move on to Ortex numbers and a few other things with AMC, as well as the IPO we're going to be talking about, a quick break for the Moomoo app. If you guys want up to 16 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock, use my link in the top of the description or pinned in the top of comments, sign up for Moomoo, and once you open an account and make a deposit of even $1, you are going to start earning free stocks, cash sent to your account to trade with no stipulations, a guaranteed Tesla or Google stock depending on how much you deposit, and on top of that, even if you didn't care about the benefits, you're getting free level 2 order book data so you can see where whales are loading up and dropping off shares, access to trading options, going long, going short, and viewing other exchanges, as well as the best notifications on your favorite tickers, which is why I personally like Moomoo. Also, guys, pop in the Discord. The link is right under the video. I'm in there on the daily. We talk stocks all day long. You guys will not regret it. This is the place to be. It's only $1.99, probably the cheapest Discord that you will find on YouTube. Most amazing people are in here. We post gains, post losses, talk stocks, so get in here. Sacrifice 1 coffee a month to be in the Discord, because I guarantee you what you get out of it will be well worth it. AMC reporting 12.67% short interest, 67% utilization, cost to borrow average at 4%, a max at 14%, and a minimum of 3%. So this could be good for crypto as well as good for Binance. Of course, the judge just declined SEC's request to inspect Binance. So basically, Binance is absolutely just dogging on the SEC over here for regulation concerns, for inspection concerns, and the judge can clearly see that the SEC is blatantly attacking them for anything that they can. And once again, you see it, another win for Binance. Now, the IPO, Instacart IPOing at a $9.9 billion valuation. Keep in mind, Instacart was valued at over $40 billion at its last funding in around 2021, which is over a 75% drop in its valuation in under 2 years. So are you getting this thing cheap, or is it a dying company and they're going public so that they can potentially raise money? Well, in my opinion, that is probably the safer bet to guess. Now, I also think that this is going to play out very similar to ARM, maybe have a potential rip for the first day, maybe 2 days, but I think the valuation is still a bit high for Instacart before it comes down and sells off. Now, Instacart isn't a horrible company. However, they could have competition, stores could reject them, and they could have further stipulations down the road. But if we do see where the economy is heading with things like COVID, as well as just AI, technology in general, Instacart could have a step ahead. So depending on how low it gets, I think it's opening at 30, and I wouldn't mind jumping in a few months down the road. But that is my outlook on Instacart. You guys let me know if you're playing it in the comments down below. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for this morning's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your morning. Hit the like button on your way out, drop a comment down below, share the video, and make sure to watch one of these up here. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.